Hi, I'm Tiffany Latino with the Manufacturers Association of Central New York, and this is our second edition of Voices of Manufacturing. Today I'm joined by Dave Christopher, the plant manager of Cascade Maverick in Liverpool. Hi Dave, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Good morning, Tiffany.
I love the background. We can see everything that you produce. Can you tell me a little bit more about what your company does?
Yes, so Cascade Maverick was founded in 1986. Our bread and butter has always been really lacrosse helmets, and that's out of this facility is what we really do is lacrosse helmets. We are known for a fast turn production facility. So we turn all our orders within 24 to 48 hours from the time an order is placed with us. What's weird with us is that we don't hold any stock. So we only build everything to an order. So when a customer places an order in the morning, within 24 hours, that's in production and we're shipping that helmet out the door.
That's wonderful. I know you've been a leader in the manufacturing of lacrosse helmets for more than 30 years. Then when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, you were deemed non-essential and forced to close. I know a lot of manufacturing companies and other local businesses were forced with that, but you answered the call and you realized there was a need for personal protective equipment, or PPE, as it's often referred to, and you came up with a great idea to help fight the pandemic and start manufacturing face shields for the medical community. We think this is a great initiative. Can you talk a little bit more about how you were able to do this so quickly and effectively, and about how many frontline workers you think you've been able to serve through this initiative?
Yes, so this idea kind of came up on a Thursday, right before we were shut down. I was working with Winfrey, who is our director of R&D, kind of throwing this idea to him, hey, you know, this is something that's needed. This is something we can easily do. Once that, you know, conversation was held, we kind of reached out to our CEO and said, hey, we have this idea. You know, before we go any more further, we kind of want to get your approval and see if we can spend some money on some tooling and stuff. He said, go ahead, gave us 100% go. And then on that Sunday, we brought our R&D team in, kind of ran some ideas together, came out of that with a design. At the same time, we were working with one of our vendors, another local vendor called XTO, which is actually about 2 miles from this facility. We called them up on Sunday, said, hey, you know, we're working on this. Can you help out? And they said, of course we can, no problem. So on Monday, we had the first rough design and prototype coming off our production line. And then on Wednesday, we were in full production. So from the design concept to production was about 5 days on this project.
Wow, it was such an amazing turnaround. How does it feel to be able to help like that?
It was a great feeling. It was a little scary at first because as everything was going around, just having to call my workers up and say, hey, you know, are you willing to come back? Do you want to come back? Are you ready to come back? You know, there was definitely some people that didn't want to come back or weren't comfortable coming back. And we said, that's okay, no problem. And there were others that were excited to come back and help out. Thus far, we've shipped over 100,000 shields to the frontline workers. And all these were done at our cost, so we were not making any money off this.
That's really impressive. Wow. Dave, so now we know that phase 1 has started with the reopening here in the central New York region, and manufacturing, of course, was part of phase 1. Are you now fully reopened and producing everything that you did before?
We're taking a very slow approach to our reopening. We are manufacturing again. We are making helmets. We are again shipping within 24 to 48 hours. We don't have our full crew back yet. We have also during this time revamped our production lines. So before, where our production lines, we were working almost hand to hand, where a person was taking a helmet and handing it to the next person 2 feet away from them. We've kind of separated all our workers. So everybody's now working 6 feet apart from each other. There's conveyors that take the helmet from one person to the next person now. So we've looked at all those things to make sure our workers now in the building are safe and how we're making our helmets.
Yeah, all very important measures to make sure your workers are safe, as you said. Do you have any words of encouragement or advice for other local businesses that may start to reopen as part of phase 2?
Yeah, even with our reopening now, we still don't have our full team. Probably over half our team is still working from home. So we're definitely taking a slow approach to this. We're doing what's best for our employees, of
Mhm.
course, but also keeping in mind that we're still a business and we still have to have a business to run. So it's a fine line of how to keep your business running and keep everybody safe. But basically take it slow is what we're doing right now.
Well, I think that's great. You know, every company is different and they're going to base their reopening plan on how they can keep their workers safe and also keep production lines working. Wanted to end this interview with asking you about appearing on HBO. I think that's so neat. Was that so cool to see that you made national news?
Yes, it was kind of fun. Yes. It was very interesting when they reached out, and I thought the episode was great. And they did a lot of talking about not just us, but looking at World War II and how the nation came, together in World War II and made all the at that time it wasn't PPE, but making airplanes and boats and stuff and how it would be pulled together. And they related that to that, so it was good.
Anything else you want to add, Dave?
No, I'm good.
Well, thanks so much for sharing your story. It's very impressive, and we wish you and all your employees the very best going forward. And we will have more information about what your company's doing on our website. That's www.macne.org. Thanks again, Dave. Have a great day.
Thank you.